Welcome to The Real. Hello, America. I hope you're doing okay out there. All right, ladies, it's so great to see all of you. You're looking fresh. You look like everybody washed up. I'm proud of you all, okay?
Not washed up.
Thank you. That's it. Don't get used to it.
Oh, my goodness. Let's start some girl chat, shall we? Okay, first up,
Yes, let's
one
do
of
it.
the highlights from Joe Biden's inauguration last week was Amanda Gorman, who became the youngest inaugural poet performing The Hill We Climb in front of the entire nation. And recently, Amanda sat down with Ellen to discuss her experience and spill some presidential tea. Y'all, it was kind of juicy. Amanda said that she was so close to the Obamas that she actually heard Michelle telling Barack he was getting too close to people and to stop hugging so many of them. Hey, I don't blame Michelle. It's a pandemic. However, Amanda said the former First Lady did make one exception, running over to her and what she called was the biggest, warmest Michelle Obama hug. So, ladies, now before we ask about Amanda, I just want to say that Michelle Obama, we have been the only daytime talk show that has been invited to the White House. And you ladies remember that she hugged each and every one of us.
All of us.
And
So
Michelle Obama's hugs are, I mean, it's just
phenomenal.
so warm. So, ladies, do you enjoy listening to other people's tea?
Well,
baby.
listen, when it comes to Michelle and Barack, I want to hear some tea because I
All
love them.
day,
I'm
yes.
obsessed with them all day.
I'm all
This
ears.
makes them seem like a regular couple. Do you know what I mean? I feel for both of them. Michelle is protecting her man. She's protecting her family by saying, hey, stop hugging everybody. But I also understand Barack because this is a new habit we're going to have to break. You know, when you see someone, you just want to hug them, you want to say hi, and we're going to have to change that. So I think it sounds like they're a regular couple. I am here for it, and I want to hear some more tea about them.
Okay, I'm not super nosy about other people's gossip. And like, I feel like if you were, that's people who kind of love, like, they stick around longer at a table when they see people arguing, or they may stop and like catch a fight and watch. I'm not really that person. But like Garcelle said, Michelle and Barack, there's something about them where I just want to be behind the scenes and see every way that they interact. And I love Michelle's podcast. She actually had Barack on her first episode. And guys, you gotta check it out because they kind of argue throughout the whole episode, but she calls him out. Like, she reads him. And he does the same back, and he'll throw these little, like, you know, he'll play on her and she'll check him. It's so fun. So I could absolutely imagine being Amanda and like falling out of my chair being like, what would she say? You know, because they're just so cute. There's no wrong that they can do. And by the way, Michelle, I loved your outfit at the inauguration. Oh my God, everything. Just bodacious and burgundy. You were beautiful.
Yes, she
I love
was.
it. I just think, like Jeannie said, moments like that are proof of real intimacy. Like, that is proof of a real rapport with somebody. So I love that. Jeannie, I'm completely opposite from you. I don't eavesdrop. I ear hustle, okay? I be all up in the mix. My ear hustle game is next level. You could be nobody, Joe Schmo, and if you are in an elevator, I'm hearing what you're talking about on the other side of the phone, because you know phones be loud. I can hear the other person. I listen and pay attention to, I be in everybody's business. Why? I have no idea.
God.
But I don't know why. I'm just so intrigued and interested.
You and Mama
in
Mai.
everyone's business.
Gotta have a listening party. You and Mama Mai, please.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Both.
That would be fun. All right, guys, up next, YouTube sensation JoJo Siwa recently made headlines after she told everyone that she was born this way, coming out as part of the LGBTQ plus community. But like always, there are some haters out there. After JoJo posted a video to Instagram about how happy she is, a mad mom said, "My daughter will never watch you again." Well, JoJo was quick to say bye to her, writing back, "Okay," with an exclamation point. And people love JoJo's response. They said that, you know, that's the way to deal with a troll. But I'm curious what you guys think about JoJo putting this parent in her place.
Well, how do you feel being a parent, Garcelle? Because I'm interested. I know your boys probably don't follow her, but being a parent, how would you respond to this?
You know, I think it's a parent's job to teach our kids what's going on in the world. So just because JoJo is now coming out doesn't mean that she can't still be a positive influence in, in whoever's following her. I think it's just ignorant, narrow-minded. I would say check out JoJo. I mean, see what she's all about if you don't know about her. But this mom obviously made a quick judgment, but that's not real life anymore. You have to be open to other people and other ways of this. It's now the new normal. So to me, I think that mom was really narrow-minded. I think, I don't think she's going to be a negative influence now that she's come out. Maybe your daughter can learn something from JoJo about acceptance and inclusivity.
I just wanted to say, I think JoJo knew that once she came out, this was going to happen. So she's not really surprised, But I wouldn't have even responded.
I agree with you, Lonnie. I'm so proud of JoJo because she is a young pioneer businesswoman. I mean, she has made an empire out of her 2 YouTube channels. She dances, she sings. She's got many brands attached to her name. And coming out like this, unfortunately, in the most lamest way, can actually completely cut you from all of these brands and these business endeavors. And again, like a fan base, like this one parent chose to vocalize. But I really love JoJo because she basically responded in the same way that she and other people should mentally respond when you got people that are so ignorant to actually completely castrate you from society because of your personal life. But what the conversations we need to have in our household with our kids, our parents, our grandparents, our nieces, nephews, is to appreciate people for who they are and the truth that they bring to the world. Because God forbid do I want to hear another suicide count from somebody who didn't feel comfortable to live in their skin and is pushing 50, 60 years in the closet that they don't deserve to do because of our
living a lie.
So get it together, people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, up next, it looks like Fast and Furious star Tyrese is furiously trying to win his ex, Samantha, back. Just weeks after mutually announcing their divorce, which we talked about, it was a beautiful post that both him and his wife posted. Tyrese now commented on Kirk Franklin's wife's anniversary post with a message to Samantha. Tyrese said, "Dear Samantha, this was supposed to be us. Remember, the Franklins was our marriage goals. I'm gonna get her back. Watch me, I think." So ladies, do you think Tyrese's declaration of love is romantic or kind of ridiculous?
Tyrese was sitting in his 90-degree house having feelings. And he went on that woman's post.
Why 90 degrees?
Shout out to Tammy Franklin, Kirk's wife, who is a great friend of mine, and she watches our show every single day. So shout out to Tammy.
We love
he
Tammy.
said that he keeps his house at 90 degrees to keep coronavirus away, right?
Oh. Caught up to him.
First of all, he was in his feelings. He always overshares, Tyrese. Just send the woman... Just send her a letter. Go talk to her. I don't need to hear it. Just...
He need to go sing Sweet Lady. That's what he do.
So I want to ask, because why do we got to know this? And you got your own Instagram page. Why is this on the caption of someone else's page? But then I thought, okay, wait, maybe I'm taking it too seriously because as we know from seeing Tyrese and his ways on the gram, like he has a jovial nature about him. He kids. He doesn't take things too seriously. So was it more of just like, was he really just trying to be funny, even though it was, and maybe he knows the Franklins that well that he could do that, so it was a personal thing between them? You know how, like, maybe if you know, Adrian, you comment on my page and then I inside joke back on you, but it ain't got nothing to do with anybody else, but you and I get it. Is it one of those things?
Then that's a DM. It makes me kind of feel like, man, maybe they shouldn't have made that announcement. Maybe that was too soon, because that was like an official divorce announcement, and you usually say that once, you know, there are no chances left and you really believe that it's over. I don't think you make an announcement like that when you're like, we're still trying to work it out. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So this
He's
was
still
a little
trying to work it out.
confusing to me.
That's the point.
I see.
He's still trying to work it out. She might not be.
Right.
That's
So
the
that
point.
part, here's the thing. Anytime you bring any situation to the gram, you basically are allowing it to be open for discussion, no matter what.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
If you bring that out, then people want to send you condolences, or they want to wish you well, or they want to congratulate you. You do a relationship announcement, all that. That said, I just feel bad for the now wave of attention that's going towards his
Samantha.
wife ex, whatever it is, where now they're like, oh, get back with Tyrese. Girl, you're leaving him hanging. He's missing you. And then now she's like, well, I didn't ask for this. You know what I mean? Especially if they are really going through something where she's got to make a decision on whether or not they should be together. But now you got the whole world judging on whether or not she should get back with him. Like, that must be crazy, right?
And he's trying to mark his territory. So now this woman can't move on with her life. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, what if she had a kid set up this Friday?
Good point.
Not no more.
Good point. Yeah.
That's a great point. Where that if she even was trying to move on, he's letting it be known it's not over yet. It's not over. Like, it's not over yet. Like, you're saying there's a chance. So I just was. But it's not over. My husband has a song, it's not over, it's not finished. But the point is that he's putting the message out there that, like, this is not done yet. There's still a chance, and I'm still fighting for my wife, and I'm fighting for my marriage. And while I understand that, it then makes me go, then why'd you put out the divorce post to begin with? If y'all still figuring it out and working it out, it seemed a little premature.
Yeah.
But you're right, she may be done.
Yeah, Garcelle, it's Tyrese. We love Tyrese.
It's Tyrese.
Anytime he trending, we know it's gonna be something.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Samantha, we are sending you all of our love, hoping that it all works out.
All right, tributes are still coming in for legendary TV host Larry King, who passed away last week at the age of 87. And recently on The Breakfast Club, host Charlamagne brought up the backlash Piers Morgan received for making his Larry King tribute all about himself. Piers, who replaced Larry at CNN, said in his post that Larry was a hero of his until he heard about him bashing his show. Piers also brought up the fact that Larry had been married 8 times throughout his life. So all this made Charlamagne ask, if you have a grudge against somebody, do you keep that same energy going until that person, even if that person dies? So ladies, what are your thoughts on letting a grudge die? If the person dies, is it over, or does that just live on?
First of all, can we talk about how petty this man is? We say women petty.
Oh my God,
men,
he's the worst. He's the
petty.
worst.
I mean, he's been that. He's been that. This isn't new, right?
I fixed it though. I went on my Twitter account and I fixed it because I was like, this just didn't even make any sense. I whited out all the other parts and I just said he was just a great guy. I was like, and I retweeted that for him. So.
I was on a TV show, a talk show, and Piers Morgan was coming on the show, and I was so excited. And I tweeted, so excited to have you. And I misspelled a word, and he retweeted saying, you should work on your spelling. That's
a terrible human being.
That's how petty he is.
That's so whack.
I mean,
that is so whack.
I mean, is he a terrible human being, or is he just
crazy.
like keeping it real? Like, I don't know. I think he's petty, of course, but I also think like that's who he is. He doesn't sugarcoat. He's not gonna try to be nice just to fake it. Like he really is just that person. So I'm not surprised. Like when I saw his read on Larry King, I was not surprised one bit because he's shown that all the years that he's been Piers Morgan.
Yeah, but when somebody dies, you gotta show some grace. You gotta show some grace and some compassion for the people who love him, for his family. You know.
I don't know Piers Morgan like that, so while Jeannie is like, I already knew this was his personality, I don't know him like that, so when I saw this, I was just like, that's really whack. One, I think you absolutely should keep that same energy and keep it to yourself when the person dies. That's how I feel. Keep that same energy, but keep it to yourself. Because, like, the person's dead. They can't defend themselves. They can't come back at you. So just don't say nothing at all. If you don't have nothing nice to say about somebody when they dead, just keep it to yourself. And Piers Morgan, you better watch out. Because, God forbid, one day you pass, it seems like a lot of people might have some things to say about you.
Oh, he don't care.
Oh.
I won't be one of them. I will stay in peace.
Yeah, absolutely. But you know what? I think the worst comeback to being that bitter is you age and you do not age gracefully. So that man has already shown those colors.
Right. Okay, well, listen up, ladies, because it's about to get very classy in your freezer again. Do you guys remember the Viennetta ice cream dessert from back in the day? It looks just like that right there, and according to Food and Wine magazine, the decadent dessert is making a comeback to the United States after 3 decades of being off the shelves. Wow, that makes me feel really old, because I remember this from over 3 decades ago. All the kids like myself who grew up thinking that this ice cream was the height of class and sophistication are super excited to pass it on to the new generation. Ladies, do you remember this ice cream and are you excited for it to make a comeback? And was there anything that you grew up, any other product that you thought was like super bougie that either you now notice was not super bougie, or what are you excited or you wish they would bring back?
Sara Lee cheesecake was like my jam. I thought we were so fancy whenever we'd open up that cheesecake and take there was always a little bit of graham cracker crust on the bottom of the tin. So you'd shake it on top so it got extra sprinkles, and you'd let it get room temperature, and you'd cut it into perfect slices. That and Viennetta ice cream, I'm set, guys. That is like your full caloric take for the day, but still, it's so good. Oh my God, I'm obsessed.
I've never had a Sara Lee cheesecake. Now I'm gonna have to.
Oh my God, so
yeah,
good.
That was the thing.
Never had one.
Yeah, that was
Sara
the
Lee
thing.
pound
It's
cake
the
too
crust,
good.
right, Garcelle? Their graham cracker crust is
Yeah.
so perfect.
It's so good. We used to go to Dairy Queen. Going to Dairy Queen, soft serve, half and half was my jam.
Yes,
So
and that perfect little
happy.
loop at the end. Ooh.
Yes, that was the best. To me, that was like we arrived.
I feel like I'm missing out.
With the
I haven't had a Sara Lee cheesecake, and I've never been to Dairy Queen. What am I missing out on in life?
Well, this is something.
We don't
I
have-
know some
we don't have
places
Dairy
you
Queen
have
in New York.
been.
There's another cheesecake
Yes,
in
you
New
do.
York that's big. New York's
We do?
cheesecake is Eileen's. That's like the rich
Junior's.
people's cheesecake.
I don't know. I mean,
Right? Junior's
I'm
are Eileen's.
Juniors.
Oh,
I've
really?
never been to Eileen's, but I've been to Junior's. Lonnie, tell us.
The place that you probably have been to when I was growing up, that was the coup d'etat, if I said that right.
This better be good.
yes.
McDonald's. Woo, when I
Thanks.
saw those golden arches, you couldn't tell me,
Thanks.
oh, we going to McDonald's. Yeah.
Yes.
McDonald's. Oh,
McDonald's was a treat, a big deal.
It was a
What would
treat.
we
The
get?
Happy
What'd you get,
Meals
Mom?
used
What'd
to
you
be
get?
the jam. Do you remember
Yes.
the
Such a
Happy
big
Meals, you
deal.
guys, with the golden arch
Yes.
on the handle? Okay, on that
Thank
tip,
you.
Lonnie, I'll give you that. But what about this? When your family
What?
would take everybody together, put on something nice, and head to Sizzler and get that extra garlic bread, girl.
That's a graduation meal. That means you graduated high school. And let me
That's
tell you, this is
so
so
true.
random. But something I really
Yes.
wish they would bring back. I haven't seen them since I've been here in New York, but then again, it's like freezing outside. Nobody's walking around. But I used to grow up and we'd walk through the street and my mom would give me a treat of buying me those chewing sticks that had different flavors. Do you guys remember those? Chew
Yes.
sticks? Like that, you'd get them in
Chew stick.
peppermint. You could get them in what
the hell is
apple
that?
flavor. It's a
I've never
stick that you
seen
could
that.
get on the street.
Girl,
And that was
I
like
have
a
not
big
put
deal.
that
My mom would
down.
buy that for
Really?